When you're looking at the inequities and the limited access to capital that the black entrepreneurs are facing, we realize that it stems from the system being very intentional, keeping black entrepreneurs on the outside looking in without access.
Right now, it's too hard for many black businesses to access the capital and the resources that they need to grow and serve the population. A thriving Detroit means thousands of thriving black businesses.
When the pandemic hit, several of my clients and colleagues that are also Detroit business owners, when their businesses completely shut down, Black Leaders Detroit was there to give them the support they needed.
With this particular bike ride, I've had the opportunity to meet a lot more of the community people than last year.
So what we added this year was an opportunity to connect with people in the cities that we were stopping in. We call those Speak for Yourself.
We need to realize that this is not always a white and black thing. It's a black on black, it's a white on white, it's an impoverished thing.
When I go into a conversation, I hope that I can walk away a little bit smarter than me being educated.
I'm excited to learn more about what we can do to help build bridges amongst each other and to help each other, to encourage each other, and to support one another.
If you want to get there, keep going.
When communities have to build a bridge, both sides have to agree that they want to build relationships, and those relationships are built on trust. Trust is built when people talk to each other and start breaking down things that we thought were true that just aren't once we spend more time with folks.
Any awareness or effort to increase access is the first step to resolving the problem that you don't know exists. And then from there, hopefully, we could narrow the gap.
To see an organization address issues that are this sensitive with as much grace, compassion, and clarity as Black Leaders Detroit.
It's very important for Black Leaders Detroit to get out and lead this push to help solve inequity to black businesses in the city of Detroit. And we can talk about inequity all day, every day, but until we put action behind it and actually do something about it, all it is conversation.
The same inequalities that have been present over time, continuing to find new ways into our economy, can only be changed by black ownership of businesses and building long-term generational wealth.
The fact that we concentrate on the black entrepreneur, I think that's where it all starts. There's no long-term restoration of any community that can happen if we don't first find a way to have small businesses come into our neighborhoods and sustain them.
Thinking about the things that the black entrepreneurs deal with on a regular basis, the challenges that come their way, but more than that, the perseverance, right? Like, we would not be denied. There's some hills coming from Detroit to Mackinac that test your character, and I'm glad to be able to be standing alongside of some people that would push me, pull me, whatever it took. And we want to be that for the black entrepreneurs. We want to be able to push them and pull them across the finish line. They've been doing a whole lot with far too little for far too long, right? And it's time for that to change.